Morning, this is episode 93 of the Asana Morning Podcast, and today I want to talk about limitations. Any tool has limitation, whether it's technical limitation or just limitations in terms of features. And when you build a system, if you go pretty far like we do, you need to know the limitations, or at least you need to know they exist, because the way you set up your project, the way you set up your entire account sometimes relies on your ability to stay below specific threshold. There's an amazing post that has been done on the forum by Richard, and he's trying to keep that up to date. If you go on the forum, so forum.asana.com, you can search for a post named List of Technical and Data Limitations in Asana. It's an amazing post. You have an entire list of all the limitations that we were able to find. Let me give you 4 limitations that to me seems important to know when you're setting up a project and an entire Asana account. 100 custom fields per project. You can't go above this. So depending on how you want to set things up, you can't have more than 100 custom fields in a project. In addition to this, you have a maximum number of fields per task. So if you multi-home a task in different projects, it cannot just get all the fields. You have a limit. A drop-down custom field also has a limit in terms of options. 500 is the lucky number for now. So again, if you want to list a lot of things, if you want to list your clients in a drop-down, you only have 500 options. The second one is 20 rules per project, and this one can be hit pretty quickly. You might be able to get around this by using multi-homing, but that seems a bit clunky. So 20 rules is something you're going to hit pretty quickly. So be careful about this. For example, if you have, 15 different project owner or people you assign things to, and you want a specific rule for each one of them, that's going to be 15 slots you're going to be using within those 20 that are available to you. In terms of exporting, because very often we rely on exporting data into another tool to have a better understanding, like a Power BI thing. So if you're not using integrations, if you just export a project, the limit is 140k rows, which is pretty big. It's fine. If you rely on search, so if you want to export a search result, that's 2000 rows. That's a very low number, so be careful about this. And the last one, which is the one that triggered me to talk about this today, is the read-only view. For a long time, we've seen read-only view as a way to really share a project with external parties. What I realized yesterday is that a list read-only view cannot have more than 200 tasks. If you go above 200 tasks, then that list stops and you have a message display. That's a very low number. I think you can't really build anything meaningful with less than 200 tasks. So be careful about this. If you put everything on using read-only views to work, there's a limit, and there's a limit to everything. Make sure to check out that amazing post by Richard, List of Technical and Data Limitations in Asana. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.